My girlfriend had said before leaving, "I'm going to Vegas with the girls, don't be controlling." Then her stories started popping up. Laughing, dancing with random guys, and the caption, "Single for the weekend." I didn't say a word, just quietly canceled her return flight. 4 days later, she was standing alone at McCarran Airport, panic on her face, phone in hand, texting me. But I sent one reply, and her entire world changed. "Dear friends, subscribe to me and boost my morale. Your one click means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm 28, been with Emma for 3 years. We moved in together last year after she lost her job, and I offered to help her get back on her feet. I covered rent, groceries, her car payment, everything. She'd been looking for work for 8 months, but mostly she was posting on Instagram and planning trips with her friends. I didn't mind supporting her. I loved her. I thought we were building something. 2 weeks ago, she announced she was going to Vegas. Her friend Kayla's bachelorette party. For days, Thursday through Sunday. I said fine, have fun, be safe. She looked almost disappointed that I didn't object. "You're not going to tell me I can't go?" she asked. I laughed. "Why would I? You're an adult." She just shrugged and went back to packing. Thursday morning, I drove her to the airport. She kissed me goodbye, said she'd miss me, promised to check in. I believed her. That night, the first Instagram story appeared. Emma and 3 girls I'd never seen before, doing shots at some casino bar. Caption, "Freedom." I figured it was just drunk excitement. Then came the second story, Emma dancing with some guy in a black button-down, his hands on her waist. No caption. Then a third, her sitting on a different guy's lap by the pool, laughing, drink in hand. Caption, "Single for the weekend." I stared at my phone for 10 minutes. Single for the weekend. Not acting single. Not feeling free. Single. Like I didn't exist. I didn't call. Didn't text. I opened my laptop and went straight to the airline website. Found her return ticket, Sunday evening, Southwest Flight 1247. I canceled it. Full refund minus a small fee since I'd booked it on my card anyway. Then I blocked her on everything. Instagram, Snapchat, texts, calls. All of it. I didn't want to hear the excuses. Friday, I went to work like normal. Came home, ordered pizza, watched a movie. My phone was silent. She couldn't reach me, and I wasn't going to reach out. I felt weirdly calm, like I'd been holding my breath for months and finally let it out. Saturday, I started packing her stuff. Not in a rage, just methodically. Clothes into trash bags, toiletries into a box, shoes into another box. I found a drawer full of receipts she'd hidden, dinners, bar tabs, a hotel room in San Diego from 2 months ago when she'd told me she was visiting her sick aunt. I sat on the floor and went through every single one. Hundreds of dollars. My money. Spent on God knows what, with God knows who. I called her best friend, Jenna. She still had me in her contacts. "Hey, it's me," I said. "Oh, hey. Is everything okay? I need to ask you something. Did Emma go to San Diego in September?" Long pause. I don't think I should. "Jenna, please." She sighed. "Yeah. She went with some guy she met at a bar." I told her it was a bad idea. I told her you didn't deserve that. "Thanks for telling me." I hung up. Sunday afternoon, my phone started buzzing. Texts from unknown numbers. Voicemails. I didn't listen to them. Around 6 p.m., someone knocked on my door. It was Jenna. "You need to unblock her," she said. "No, I don't. She's stranded at the airport. She's freaking out. Her flight was canceled, and she doesn't have money for another one. Not my problem. Come on, man. Don't be like this." I looked at her. She posted that she was single. She spent my money on another guy. She lied about her aunt being sick so she could cheat on me. And you want me to rescue her? Jenna shifted uncomfortably. She made a mistake. She made a choice. I closed the door. 10 minutes later, my email dinged. Emma had found a way to reach me. The subject line was just please. The email was long. A lot of "I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It was just for fun. I was drunk. I love you." She said she had $37 in her bank account and no way home. She said Kayla and the other girls had already flown out and she was alone. She begged me to send her money for a flight. She said she'd do anything. I wrote back one sentence. "You said you were single, so handle it like you're single." I didn't hear from her for 2 days. Update 1. Tuesday morning, Emma's mom called me. I'd forgotten I still had her number saved. "What did you do?" she said. "No hello, no greeting. Just anger." "I'm sorry, what?" Emma had to borrow money from a stranger to get home. She's a mess. She's been crying for 2 days. What the hell is wrong with you? I almost laughed. Did she tell you why she was stranded? She said you canceled her flight as some kind of punishment. Did she tell you she posted on Instagram that she was single? Did she tell you she was cheating on me? Silence. Yeah, I said. I didn't think so. Her mom's voice softened a little. She said it was just a joke. She said she didn't cheat. She lied to me about going to San Diego with another guy. I found the receipts. And I talked to Jenna. Another long pause. Then, I'll talk to her. She hung up. That afternoon, Emma showed up at the apartment. I'd changed the locks over the weekend, so she couldn't get in. She banged on the door for 5 minutes before I finally opened it. She looked awful. Greasy hair. No makeup. Swollen eyes. Can we please talk? She said. No. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. You made a lot of mistakes. It didn't mean anything. I was just drunk and stupid. I love you. I held up my phone and showed her a screenshot of her Instagram story, the one where she was sitting on that guy's lap. This didn't mean anything? She started crying. We didn't do anything. We were just flirting. It was harmless. Harmless, I repeated. You told the entire internet you were single. It was a joke. Your clothes are in the hallway. Take them and go. Where am I supposed to go? I don't know. Maybe call one of the guys from Vegas. She looked at me like I'd slapped her. Then she grabbed the bags and left. Update 2. Lauren made it home somehow that afternoon. I later found out her mom drove 2 hours to pick her up from the resort after Lauren had a complete meltdown in the lobby when they threatened to call the police if she didn't settle her bill. Her mom paid for one night's stay with her own card just to smooth things over. I wasn't at the apartment when Lauren got back. I'd gone to my brother's place, changed my locks remotely through our smart lock system, and notified the building manager that she was no longer authorized to enter. Technically, she wasn't on the lease anyway, something I'd been meaning to add her to but never got around to. Thank God I didn't. My brother Tom opened a beer and handed it to me. You're really doing this? She stole from me, Tom. Took my card without asking. Racked up almost $5,000 in charges. Then acted like I was the asshole for not just accepting it. But pressing charges? Against your fiancé? Ex-fiancé? He was quiet for a minute. What about the wedding? I laughed. It came out bitter. What wedding? You think I'm marrying someone who thinks my bank account is her personal ATM? My phone wouldn't stop ringing. Lauren. Her mom. Her sister. Her best friend Kayla. A number I didn't recognize that left a voicemail from Lauren's dad threatening to come over and straighten me out. I blocked them all except Lauren's number. I wanted to see what she'd say. The texts were a journey. First, more anger. Then bargaining. Baby, please can we just talk about this? I made a mistake, I'm sorry. I thought we shared everything. You're really going to ruin my life over this. That last one made me see red. Ruin her life. She'd stolen from me, embarrassed me, shown me exactly how little respect she had for me or my boundaries. And somehow, I was ruining her life by holding her accountable. Around 8 p.m., my phone rang. Lauren. I answered. You picked up. She sounded surprised. And she'd been crying. Make it quick. Please drop the charges. Please. I'll pay you back every penny, I swear. I'll get a second job. Whatever you want. But I can't have a criminal record. I'll lose my job. I'll lose everything. You should have thought about that before you stole my credit card. I didn't steal it. We're engaged. We're supposed to be a team. Teams ask permission. Teams communicate. You did neither. I was stressed. Work has been insane and I just needed a break and I knew you'd say no because you're always so careful with money and I just thought. You thought you'd take what you wanted and deal with the consequences later. Except there weren't supposed to be consequences, were there? I was just supposed to smile and nod and pay for it because I love you. Silence. Lauren, did you even plan to tell me about this trip if the card had gone through? More silence. That told me everything. I would have told you, she finally said. Eventually. After you came back? After you spent all my money? When exactly? Why are you being so cruel? I'm being cruel? I reported a fraudulent charge. That's what you do when someone steals from you. The fact that we were engaged doesn't change that it was theft. Were. Her voice cracked. You said were. Yeah, were. Past tense. We're done, Lauren. She started sobbing. Please don't do this. We can fix this. Couples therapy. Whatever you want. I'll do anything. You can't fix this. You showed me who you really are. Someone who thinks they're entitled to whatever they want as long as they're in a relationship. Someone who doesn't respect boundaries or consent. I don't want to marry that person. So 4 years means nothing to you. 4 years meant everything to me. Right up until you threw them away for a spa weekend. I hung up. Update 3. The next few days were chaos. Lauren showed up at my work. Security escorted her out. She sat outside my brother's apartment building for 3 hours until he threatened to call the cops. She posted a long rant on social media about how I'd abandoned her and was pressing charges over a misunderstanding and how she couldn't believe the man she loved would be so vindictive. The comments section was split. Half her friends were calling me every name in the book. The other half was asking pointed questions. Wait, she took his credit card without asking? He reported fraud because it was fraud. If she needed a break, why didn't she ask first? Her post got deleted about 6 hours later. I'm guessing someone talked sense into her about incriminating herself on social media while facing potential charges. The detective called me on Friday. We've spoken with Ms. Williams and her attorney. They're offering restitution if you'll drop the charges. Full repayment of all charges plus any fees you incurred. In exchange, you sign a statement saying you won't pursue this further. What if I want to pursue it? Then we move forward with charging her with theft and fraud. Given the amount and the circumstances, she'd likely get probation and community service for a first offense. Maybe a fine, but it goes on her record. I thought about it for exactly 10 seconds. I want the money back. Every cent, including the fraud investigation fees the bank charged me. And she has 30 days to pay it. She's asking for 90 days. 60. Final offer. I'll relay that. Her attorney called me directly an hour later. Tried to negotiate. Tried to paint Lauren as a victim of her own stress and poor judgment. Tried to appeal to my sense of compassion and our history together. I was done being compassionate. 60 days or I see her in court. She paid in 45. Cashier's check delivered to my brother's address. $5,247.85. Every penny of what she'd charged plus all my fees. Final update. It's been 3 months now. The wedding venue got canceled. I lost the deposit, but it was in her name, so that was her problem. I told my family and friends what happened. The responses were mixed. My mom thought I was too harsh. My dad said he'd have done the same thing. Tom said I had balls of steel. My cousin said I was going to die alone. Maybe, but I'll die with my boundaries intact. Lauren moved back in with her parents. Heard through mutual friends that she's in therapy now. Good for her. I hope she figures out why she thought that behavior was acceptable. I hope her next relationship is healthier. But that's not my problem anymore. I went on a few dates. Nothing serious. Been focusing on myself. Picked up woodworking. Sounds cliché, but there's something therapeutic about building something with your own hands. Something you can control completely. Someone asked me last week if I regretted how I handled things. If I thought I overreacted. I don't. Not even a little. She didn't just steal money. She stole my trust. She showed me that she thought so little of me and my boundaries that she could just take what she wanted and I'd fall in line. That text. Because you love me. Like love was permission. Like love meant I'd just accept whatever she did. Love shouldn't cost you your self-respect. Took me until 28 to learn that. But at least I learned it before I signed a marriage certificate. The ring's in a box somewhere in my closet. Paid $6,000 for it. Maybe I'll sell it. Maybe I'll keep it as a reminder. Haven't decided yet. What I do know is this. The next person I'm with will understand that love isn't about taking. It's about asking. It's about respect. It's about being partners, not one person's personal ATM. Edit 1. Yes, I know some people think I was harsh. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. But ask yourself this. If someone stole your credit card, would you press charges? Now ask yourself why that answer changes just because you're sleeping with them. Edit 2. For everyone asking about the mutual friends, most of them sided with me once they heard the full story. A few didn't. Those friendships ended. That's okay too. Edit 3. Someone DM'd me saying Lauren is engaged to someone new. Good for her. I genuinely hope she learns something from this and treats him better than she treated me. But again, not my circus, not my monkeys anymore.